video we have seen about autotrophic nutrition. Let us see heterotrophic nutrition and the different types of heterotrophic nutrition. So heterotrophs cannot prepare their own food. They has to depend on producers. So there are different types of organisms and different modes of nutrition which can be followed in heterotrophs. And the first type, let us discuss, is holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition. What is holozoic nutrition? Here the organism feed on the producers. They feed on the food and they take the food into the body and they get digested inside the body. They can take solid food. Understand? So they feed on food and digest it. They feed on the food and they digest it. For example, you can take humans. We are eating rice and the rice is being digested in our body. So holozoic nutrition. So I can write some examples. Amoeba also shows holozoic nutrition. Paramecium, humans, all they can shows holozoic type of nutrition. And holozoic type of nutrition, food is taken into the body and get digested by the enzymes. The other type of nutrition is saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition. These all are the different types of heterotrophic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition. They depend on dead and decaying matter. They depend on dead and decaying matter. For example, anything get been rotten. Anything get be rotten. Okay. They get germinate at this area. For example, you take mushrooms. Mushrooms show saprophytic nutrition. What they do, for example, if this was a mushroom, it start releasing certain enzymes, digestive enzymes, onto this detritus on the dead matter. They releases certain enzymes onto the dead matter, and this enzymes are going to break down into pieces, tiny particles, and later they get sucks that food molecules. So here the digestion is depending outside the body and it depends on the dead and decaying matter. The organisms in which the nutrition depends on dead and decaying matter. It could be a plant or an animal. So such a type of nutrition is called saprophytic nutrition. Mostly fungi shows saprophytic nutrition. The next one is parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition. It is a type of nutrition. It involves two organisms. In parasitic nutrition, two organisms are involved. One is parasite and other one is a host. A parasite is going to attack a host. A host could be an animal or a plant. It could be an animal or a plant. The parasite is going to act on the host body and get nourishment from the host body. Understand? Here the parasite is benefited whereas the host is affected. Let me give you some examples. For example, you take plasmodium, malarian parasite, that is plasmodium which causes malaria. Plasmodium, the host for this plasmodium is mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito. And the next one is man. So it required two hosts to continue its life cycle. And one more example in the plant is called as commonly Cuscuta dodder. It do not have any leaves. So it cannot perform photosynthesis. So it go and attacks the other plants and take nourishment from those plants. So a parasitic nutrition is the one which depends on the host body. So holozoic, which take the food and digest inside the body, whereas saprophytic will digest the food outside the body and depends on the dead and decaying matter. Parasites, obviously parasites do not have well developed digestive system. because they are directly depending upon the host and they were taking the absorbed food from the host. Got it? And symbiosis, symbiotic relationship is also there. Symbiosis, 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 it is a mutual relationship in which both the organisms get benefited. Okay, this is also a type of nutrition we can mention. Symbiosis, mutual relationship. For example, lichens, the algae and the fungal colony live together. Mutually, both were benefited. So these are the different types of heterotrophic nutrition: holozoic, saprophytic, parasitic, and symbiotic relationship or symbiosis. So there were different types of holozoic nutritions. So some feeds on plants, some feeds on animals, some feeds on both plants and animals. So let us see the types of holozoic nutritions. One is herbivores. Herbivores is the one which feeds on plants. For example, you can take deer, cow, buffaloes, goat, herbivores which directly feeds on the plants. Carnivores are the one which eat the flesh of other animals. You can take example like lion, tiger, fox. Here you can take cow, buffalo, deer, horse. Okay. The next one is omnivores. So I can write humans here, which eat both plants and animals. So humans, even I can write cockroach. Cockroach eat all type of food material. Okay, and some feeds on the blood, and some feeds on the fruits. Frugivorous, sanguivorous. The feeds on the blood. So mainly we can categorize three main types. One is herbivores, carnivores, omnivores.